Grab your pen, grab your planner. It's time for Hello Happy. Hello and welcome to the Hello Happy podcast. Happy Friday!
Hey guys, Queen is back in the building. How are you? I hope you guys are having an amazing freaking Friday.
Down there in Florida is Playing Like a Queen. And up here in North Carolina is SpicedPlans.
So are you guys ready for today's episode? Because I know I am ready to drop it. So you guys can get all up into it. Because last episode you guys were freaking out. So I know that you're going to be freaking out this episode as well.
We have been so excited to bring you part 2 of our episode with Stephanie, and there is so much stuff to talk about this week that we are just chomping at the bit to get this episode recorded. So I'm feeling great. How are you feeling, Queen? You feeling good down there?
I'm doing all right.
Good. Yay. Woo. It is Friday and we are all excited. I got my drink over here. I have a wonderful iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. It's been quite a morning already. Have you had a good morning?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm doing all right, you guys.
Good. I hope everybody else has had a good morning. If you're driving to work, happy Friday. Good morning. If you are in the middle of your day, I hope that your day has been good. I hope everybody's feeling good. I want to welcome all of our new listeners. We are so amazed at the numbers that we have been seeing since the last episode. If you are new to the show, we are so happy to have you. Welcome to the family. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, we are definitely excited about you guys. I mean, YouTube has been taking off over there, and I'm super excited about that. And all the wonderful girls in the Facebook groups who were just sharing and telling me how much they loved it. I thank you guys so much. And of course, my own Tampa family who always is in support of Queen. I thank you guys so much for being able to show up for Hello Happy. It has been freaking amazing these past couple of weeks. So,
Yeah, I even had people that normally don't listen, like close friends of mine. I know that sounds terrible to say that I have close friends of mine that don't listen to my podcast, but they're not planner girls. So, of course, they're not, normally listening to a planner podcast, that listened to this most recent episode and loved it. And they have gone back and listened to all of our other episodes. So even girls that are not planner girls are on board now and loving Hello Happy. So it's just so cool to have the family expanded and growing and, just getting bigger. And, we already had a pretty, big family as it was, and our, listener base that we already had, the regulars that have been with us since the beginning. We love you and we thank you so much for your ongoing support. And you know who you are. And then the new folks, we have loved hearing from you. It has been so awesome getting all of these DMs and emails and hearing your stories and listening to you tell us all about how you found us. And, and yeah, like you said, Facebook. I mean, for the first time since this journey has started, we've had some action over there at the Hello Happy Facebook page for the first time, which, we don't maintain too well because there hasn't been a whole lot of activity over there. But now, all of a sudden there's people going over there and liking that page and commenting, and it's just really cool. And people in the Mamby groups over there are talking, and it's been really fun. So I want to, thank everybody for joining us and supporting us and just being super awesome. So this show is special for a lot of reasons. There's a lot of new news stuff to talk about today. And then, of course, what everyone has been waiting for. What have you been waiting for, Queen?
Honestly, just everybody to hear this awesome interview and just, finally be able to drop things to the world and let you guys hear what's going on behind the scenes and stuff like that. That's pretty much what I'm excited about.
Yeah, me too. This new release that is dropping today, some of you may be listening to this after it's been released on the Mamby website, and some of you may be listening way early in the morning and are still anxiously awaiting 6 a.m. Pacific time. But a lot of you guys have already snagged some of this new stuff from Michael's. So why don't we just dive right in and talk about some of this awesome new product? I know that Queen and I were both right there in the live when Stephanie and Hannah revealed all of these new products, and we got to chat with some of you guys during that time, and that was so much fun. And wow, I mean, I haven't been this excited about one probably since like March 8th. I mean, the March 8th release was huge, so we talked about that here on the podcast. And then this one is just so pretty. I mean, everything is just so, it's almost like they said, hey, Spice and Queen, what are y'all's favorite things? We're going to do this entire launch that is just about you guys, because there's all of this beautiful rainbow stuff that's all about you, Queen. And then all of that, like, women support women, all those like florals and stuff is like kind of Spice, really, you know what I mean? Like, don't you feel like it's kind of like Spice and Queen? I felt like it was kind of like us.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, they did have some really, really cute things that I was definitely into. Um, I'm always excited for all the releases because I love seeing new product. I love them refreshing things and making it new. And so I was totally here for this release. I was like, okay, I thought they did something with the student release. I thought they did something with the wrong release. And now here we are, you guys, at this release. And it's like, wow, I can't wait to see like what's next, because they blow it out of the water every time. Stephanie and the gang definitely are out there listening to us, you guys. They are hearing us, and I am in love.
I am in love too. And I'm looking right now on the Happy Planner blog, and they have this really awesome Michael's PDF that has a picture of everything that is going to be released this time. And luckily, I can't place any orders right now because you know how I am about wanting to place an order. Um, usually if I'm on the Happy Planner website, then I'm placing some kind of order. But today I'm just browsing. And, it's funny because some of the stuff that Stephanie said in the first half of our interview, she kind of alluded to some things. And I feel like that some of that stuff is what's in this release. Do you know what I mean? So, for instance, when she was talking about that there's going to be more emphasis on kind of unplugging, do you remember when she said that?
Yeah, she definitely made the journals for that, and um, wellness check-ins. And you guys, I can't stress this enough. Check in with your mental, okay, people. Definitely check in with your mental. I can't stress it enough. Um, so I definitely like the fact that they brought in the journals. I actually was able to score one. I think I want to go back and maybe get another one, but I'm not really sure. I kind of just want to see what's in all the journals. I definitely don't have a wellness journal, but I have realized in the last couple of weeks that I need to write out things in my daily life and things that happen, and I'm carrying around other things that I shouldn't be carrying around. So I definitely think that the journals are amazing. Like, I love those. It gives you a time to reflect, be grateful for what you do have. So those journals I think were pretty awesome. I love that they came out with new sticker books. And it seems like every release we're going to get new sticker books, and they're just right on trend. It seems like we went for a very long time, and it may not have been, it could have been that I just was not really into Happy Planner sticker books, because I did not buy any Happy Planner sticker books. I think my first ones were last year, actually. And then I don't know. It's like you buy one and they're like potato chips, and they're Pringles. You just can't eat one. You got to keep popping that top. And I literally just kept buying sticker book after sticker book after sticker book, and that's why we've ended up with 30 in the hoarding collection. But neither here nor there.
Yeah,
But
how's that going, by the way? Have you been
yeah, I've
using
opened
your
a new sticker
stickers?
book pretty much every week. Every week I do a spread, I've used a new
Good.
one. So,
Good.
but yeah, I'm really excited that they've come out with new sticker books. I love that they're gearing towards boss babes and more women, stuff to be like really get you in this mindset of women support women. Um, Whether it's just you supporting someone from afar, you supporting your friend, whatever it is. I really love that, girl gang. And I really, really love that they're opening up the doors for different stuff like the Color Story 4. Like, oh my gosh, that book looks so amazing. I can't wait to get my hands on it. But they have quite a bit of things that are super, super cute. And I love that Stephanie was talking about unplug. Sometimes you do need to unplug. And I think a lot of people need to remember that your value is not a like, your value is not a follow. You are valuable to you. Like, you need to find your worth outside of those things, outside of social media, because if you are always valuing your worth in those things, one day it may not be an Instagram, one day it may not be a YouTube. Where will you be then? So unplugging for a while and sitting back and just, reflecting on your life and yourself, I think those were amazing things to come up with. And I love the wellness journal. And I think I got the Radiate Positivity one. I think that's the one I got with the rainbow on the front of it. And I think that one is like going to help me, focus more on the positive things, because sometimes things happen and you focus on the wrong thing. So being able to recenter yourself and focus on the positive things and be grateful, I think those are really cool products that they have introduced. And I hope that they keep introducing those type of products in future launches, because Stephanie hit the nail on the head with this launch. Like, I love that the products match the lifestyle line. I think that's pretty amazing. So they did pretty good with this launch.
Yeah, I am very, very satisfied. And I, like many other people, just started immediately kind of stalking my Michaels. And can I please just give a shout out to Michaels? I mean, when Stephanie told us that Michaels was going to get like 12 to 15 feet of Happy Planner, like inside of an aisle, well, first of all, I just about died. I mean, I was just like, okay, it's about time, because every time I go to Michaels and the Happy Planner is just sitting there in that sad looking like rack in the center, it is always just so sad. And I know that that is not how Michaels feels about the Happy Planner. So, they always, I feel like, are on top of launches and new releases in a way that some of the other stores may not be. And, in this case, the Michaels that I went to, I went online and saw that all of the new products were in stock. So I drove to the store that said that they had them in stock, and none of the stuff was out on the floor yet. But she showed me where the aisle was going to be and kind of explained to me what the aisle was going to look like, and then asked me what products I was looking for. And when I told her which ones I wanted, she and another employee went to the back and found them for me. And that was just so amazing that they, went back there with just kind of a description. I mean, I didn't have like, numbers or codes or anything. I just kind of said, I'm looking for this journal that has this rainbow on the cover and that kind of stuff. So, give it up for Michaels for being so nice. I know that, not everybody's going to have that same experience, but this one was amazing. And the first journal that I came out with was, like you said, the Radiate Positivity with the rainbow on the cover. And I am looking at it right now, and I'm 3 days in. I have started it. And I know that, a lot of people probably wanted to wait till a Monday to start, but I didn't care. I started mine on a Saturday night, and I have managed to do 3 nights in a row. And I can see how this is going to really help me. Like, I feel like that this may be my favorite product that they've ever released, because I just think that the questions that they ask every day are so like self-reflective. Like, what is the best thing that happened to me today? One of the questions that it asked me yesterday that was so helpful is, what is something that you're doing well? And I think that we are so um, we focus on the negative things in our lives so much, and we beat ourselves up every day. And we're so hard on ourselves, and look at all these things that I did wrong, or look at all these things on my to-do list that I didn't get done. And to actually have to sit down at the end of a day and think about what are the things that I'm doing right was just very eye-opening for me, because there are things that I'm doing right. You know what I mean? I'm not doing everything completely wrong. So, that was just really nice to have a moment yesterday where I had to write that down and just some of the other stuff. And then later that same day, I went to a different Michael's that had the entire row kind of already set up. And I picked up the gratitude journal. And I've been keeping a gratitude journal for a long time. And I'm not going to stop doing it the way that I'm already doing it in my Happy Planner with a spread. I use the classic vertical spread for my gratitude, but I'm going to keep this gratitude journal as well. And I really like the questions in this one too. What empowered me today? Like, what made me feel empowered? How did I help someone? I mean, this is just a genius product. And anyone out there who is on the fence about whether or not you want to pick up one of these journals, I say pick it up. I mean, and because it's Happy Planner, you can pop, 1 week out at a time and put it into your regular planner and keep it with you all the time. Or you can do like I do and just keep them by the bed. I mean, whatever. But this is my favorite part of the new release. And I love that the stickers match so that if I want to decorate it with stickers, I can. I just think that, like you said, that they really hit this release out of the park. And I love that they were thinking about, like, what do we need? What does the community need? And considering that the community is all mobile device based, we're all Facebook and Instagram based, we do need to take some time where we put our phones down and just write in a journal. And it's made me feel so much better just after 3 nights of doing this. So, I say, everybody, if you can get yourself just one of these, I say do it. Have you started writing in yours yet?
No, I need to do some flip throughs on my channel for mine.
Oh, okay. See, I tried to make a video. Do you remember when I told you that I was going to make a YouTube video with my little haul?
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a video. So, and you were like, yay, make a video. And I made a video, but my camera was like vibrating or shaking or something while I was filming, and I didn't realize it. So when I went back and watched it, it was like the whole thing was like moving. So I had to just throw it out. Like there was nothing. And then by that point, I had opened everything and everything was just, so I just scrapped the haul and said, I'll just start using the stuff. So maybe when like the big Mambi order comes in, if I place an order and get some more stuff, I'll haul that stuff. But you know me, I have a hard time with YouTube. It's just not, it's not my favorite place. But I'm trying. I tried to make the video, but it just didn't go too well. So, but anyway, I love that kind of what Stephanie said in our first part of the interview. It all kind of came true, and she didn't give anything away, but when they did the live and they released the new products, I could say, oh my gosh, that's what she said. So, so are there any products that you want from this release that you haven't been able to get yet, or you good?
Yeah, there's a few sticker books, and as like I said, I think I might go back and get a journal or two. There's just a few couple products that I haven't like been able to pick up yet, but hopefully I'm able to pick them up and find things in the store. But I've had a pretty good experience with finding things in the store. I do have like a crazy story that I probably tell somewhere else, but these people at Michael's make me laugh, and I really enjoy going to my regular Michael's because they know me. They're like, girl, we know you're in here for the Happy Planner products. Here they go. This is where they're gonna be. And I really enjoyed kind of like seeing the empty aisle and then going back within a day or two and seeing like the full aisle. It was like, yes, this is what I'm
Yes.
talking about. Dry Joanne, we just gonna go ahead and say it. Dry Joanne, they do the worst job. Like, I think the Michael's release or the Michael's release is like the release that everybody is so excited for because they know that Michael's will get their product and put it on the shelf. My Joann's that is near me just got stocked fully with the March 8th release about a month ago. So I'm just saying, like, you're on the hunt for products, but with Michael's, you're not. And I really love that. The same with Hobby Lobby, you're not really ever on a hunt there. They get their product, it's in stock. It may be sold out a couple of weeks because people are going there just like you are. But they do replenish their product, and you will see it. And it doesn't take a very long time. But I noticed with Joanne, if something's sold out, it is just sold out. That's it. Like, it takes them a really long time to replenish products. So I was really excited that this release was going to be at Michael's, and I was really excited to see some of the things that like people have been looking for that were at Joann's was in that refresh for Michael's. So
Yes.
they did a really, really good job. And I think that like Stephanie I mean, she didn't really give us a whole cup of tea, but she gave us enough for us to be like, oh my God, this is what Stephanie was talking about. So I loved being able to see the lifestyle products, and she had mentioned that it was nothing super wow, but it was something that she thought would be a great product that people would love, and she was right. I absolutely love the guided journals. I think that was a great idea. Kind of like what they did for the March 8th release. They came out with the guided Bujo journals.
Yeah, I remember
So, I
that.
mean, it gives people a way to kind of jumpstart, because if you've never journaled before, I am a little journal. I've journaled all my life. I've always had a diary, a journal. I still have some of them. And it is where I get to say all the things that I am thinking in my head. I get to put those there, my secrets, my thoughts. As you guys know, I love to say a place for my feelings. So, I just can really get out all the things that I need to get out. And uh, sometimes, if you're stressed out or you have a lot of anxiety or whatever the case is, you're able to just sit down, write it all out, and when you get up, you feel a little bit better. So I think that is an amazing product in itself. And I think they did really good with this Michael's release. So I'm really excited to see what is next, because I know something is right around the corner for August. And then, of course, we have something right around the corner for September and October. So I am just super excited.
The one product that everybody seems to be kind of losing their mind over is that classic social media tracker paper. I haven't really gotten a good look at it yet. Are you going to use that social media tracker paper?
I do plan to pick them up. I really just want to track my two YouTube channels and my two Instagrams that I run. I want to track those and just pay attention to be aware of like what posts I'm posting. I do think that's a great way to keep up with your stuff. Though I put everything into my classic planner of like, okay, today is a filming day. Here's what I'm filming. It would be nice to just say, okay, this block of time is for editing and this block of time is for recording or whatever. I really like those. I think I'm gonna pick up a couple of those. Um, and I can kind of see why everybody is crazy over those, because before we were just kind of like making our own sections in our planner. And now you kind of don't have to do that. You already have something laid out for you. You just write in your stuff and slap it in your planner and call it a day. So I think
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
I think I'll pick it up. I'm looking at it now in the little PDF, and um, I wasn't, I guess, as excited about it as everyone else because I have had a section in my planner for so long for my social media, and I enjoy, decorating it and everything. So I guess we'll see, but I'll probably pick it up and give it a try and just see how it goes. But yeah, I think I'm excited about the blocks of paper, the paper that's not punched, that comes
Yeah, I
just in
saw
like a paper
those.
pad. I picked up one of those. It's really nice quality paper that obviously can be punched if you wanted to punch it. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I'm seeing here. A lot of this stuff is stuff that we already have because it's stuff that was in the Joanne release. That there's a dashboard sticker set that has animals in it. And I'm wondering if that's what she meant when we asked her if there was going to be a pet sticker book, because, she said that there was going to be a pet sticker book. And then just a couple weeks later, here's this dashboard stickers with nothing but animals in it.
I don't necessarily think they're all pets.
They're
Well,
definitely not, but I mean,
yeah, so
it's,
I would just consider that just kind of like animals.
but it's super
Um,
cute. I mean, I don't know if I would buy it because I don't really know what I would need it for, but it is very cute. And I can't tell what else is in it besides just these ones on the front. So, but it's super cute. And then of course I bought the one with the stick figure girls. That one's adorable. I bought that one. I'll probably get more than one copy of that. So, and then they also released lavender expander metal discs.
Yes, they did. Yep.
Yeah, so I know that there's a lot of people that are going to be really excited about that. And then the sticker storage. I'm definitely going to pick up one of those, the new sticker storage book. So that's super cute. And the dividers in there are cute. So, yeah, I'm very pleased with this release. And I know that everybody else is too. And when we were in the live and they were showing off everything, I mean, people were losing their minds. So, it's been a good year for the Happy Planner. I mean, what can I say? Every release has been like bonkers. People have just been, it's just, my wallet is like hemorrhaging. I'm going to have to go and live somewhere else because my husband is like, what? You have got to stop buying so much Happy Planner stuff. And I'm just like, I can't. It's too pretty. So, but yeah, these journals are definitely awesome. So if I don't end up buying anything else, I have the gratitude and I have the happiness one. So I guess we're just going to wait and see if I need to add a third to that. So I don't know if I'm going to pick up the wellness or not, but we'll see. So anyway, do we want to move on to what everybody is actually here for?
Yes, so we just want to go ahead and let you guys know that this is a part 2. Stephanie just took time to basically really record with us. You answered all of our questions, and you guys had a lot of questions, so we tried to fit everything in there.
So many questions.
So what we did was we decided to break up her interview into 2 parts because we really didn't want you guys to miss this. A lot of you guys have said, oh my God, I love this interview because it's just like 3 girlfriends chit-chatting about planners. And that's really what we wanted it to be, us just kind of sitting back and talking and like 3 girls just having fun talking about planners, and Stephanie definitely delivered. So this interview just kind of is a continuation of the first interview, so we just hop right on into this interview. So let's take a listen.
What excites you about the planner community? Like what hashtags do you follow? What do you enjoy, just perusing Instagram and being out there part of the community, or is it kind of like work?
Yes.
Or
No, I will be super honest. Facebook's not my favorite. Facebook, there's a lot of
drama,
feedback, but there's a lot of drama. And
Yes.
I'm a super emotional person, and I'm very sensitive. And so even with, I've grown a thick skin with being in business for 20 years, but I feel if somebody like is going, like doesn't understand and is kind of venomous out there, it affects me. It will carry with me through the day. And so I try really hard to kind of look, and if it's drama that I have somebody in customer service here, I said, if there's some drama that I really need to know about, something that it really demands my attention, please let me know so that I can then go and investigate it. But otherwise I try and stay away from that because I will go down that rabbit hole and it will take me down. So
those Facebook groups are scary. I mean, really.
Know.
They call themselves, me and my big ideas groups and Mamby groups, and that you think that they've come together because they love your product, but
there's nothing happy about those people.
No,
and you know what's so hard?
When I go over there, they're not happy. They're always upset about something. So I've just moved completely over to Instagram because people are always happy there.
They are, and it's sad for me because I know a lot of the admins on some of the groups, and not just knowing them because like saying, hey, thanks for starting a group that, is supporting the product. And I think that when you look at the vast amount of people that are in there and you look at the vocal few, the negativity, I think, it draws. I really don't understand when people bond over negativity. It's like, oh, you hate that? Yeah, I hate that too. It's like, why don't you just go on and not like it on your own? Like, why do you need to bond over hatred? I'm not equipped to understand that. But there's so many good people that are there that want to come and connect over creativity and their love for the Happy Planner. And sometimes those things are overshadowing. So Facebook, I don't really interact on Facebook very much unless I need to answer a question or I do something. And I like to be there and I want to be supportive. But honestly, I need it to be a little more positive because it's not healthy. And I have to protect everybody does. You have to protect your peace and you have to protect your time and space. But Instagram, let's talk about Instagram. I can't with Instagram. I love it so much. I mean, I feel like I agree with you. It's a more positive platform. I don't know why. I have no idea why, but it's really a place to connect. And I have been able to connect with people on Instagram, and then meet them in real life. And not even just because I'm at an event or doing something with a planner, but like connected with somebody that was local in my town. And we were like, let's get together and go to coffee. And it was so supportive. So I love Instagram. I follow, I follow the hashtag Real Happy Planner. That one is the only one that I actually officially follow because I am obsessed with seeing people really use their planners. Okay. It's something that I wish more people would show me. I don't care if it looks pretty. I don't care if it's, I should say this. I do care for our feed for the Happy Planner. It does have to look like a business and a brand feed. So we want to feature, you have to take a good photo in order for us to have it on the brand feed. It has to look professional. But me personally, I want to see somebody's planner that has they've used it. They're crossing things out, or they're whatever it is that they're using, they're budgeting in it. And it may be pretty, but it may not be, but I know that they're using it in a way that brings something into their life that they want. And so I follow that one because I tend to see a lot of people just being super real, and I'm all about that.
Yeah.
And then of course I will go on a lot of times I want to show the love. So I'll go and search the Happy Planner tags, either the Happy Planner or Happy Planner, and just see people using it and just kind of, double tap to show my love and support and say thank you for using and sharing. And
people pee their pants when you do that.
That's funny to me. It's so funny. And I just want to say oh my God, yeah, I see you, because honestly, I think that I wish I could do it more. The busier the company gets, I have less and less time to do that. But I think one of the most valuable things just in life is to be seen and valued, mm-hmm. and for who you are. That's kind of when a lot of things in my life changed, is when I believed that about myself, that I was valuable. And then I started to really value or give time to people that would see and value my worth, and really kind of say peace out to those who didn't see that, those that didn't treat me that way. It's time, this doesn't serve me anymore, kind of a thing. So I want, if I can in any way be a person that can say, you're putting yourself out there, that, being and showing your creativity out in public is vulnerable. And so if I can say, I see you and I value you and I thank you for sharing, that's the least I can do. So I love to interact in that way. And I think that's what excites me about the planner community, is seeing the people that are connecting in a positive way and using their love for something, their shared love for whatever it is, creativity, stickers, whatever it is, coming and finding friendship that way and, mm-hmm. and connecting. So I think that's super inspiring.
Yeah, well, that's definitely what I think the two of us have found is, a friendship that is, super amazing. I think that, what we're putting together here is something that I could never have imagined for myself.
Definitely.
And yeah, and I mentioned this to Queen before we started this, but today is my Instagram anniversary.
Happy Instagram anniversary.
Thank you. I only 1 year ago today put up my first picture of my planner ever.
Really?
So I know. So for me to have only been putting up pictures of my planner for 1 year, and wow. for it to have come this far so fast, it's just a testament to the passion that I have for the product and for the medium itself, just for Instagram in general, because I was embraced very quickly and found friends so fast at a time in my life when I really needed it. When I was feeling kind of like you, when I was feeling insecure and not very confident, and just, you said that this all started with scrapbooking. Well, I always knew that I didn't exactly have the time or desire to scrapbook. But when I realized I can put stickers on a page, and, something woke up for me. And now whenever I'm stressed out or whenever I need an outlet, I can plan. Mm-hmm. And, being able to share it on Instagram and have other people say, yes, I like this. And for me to be able to go in and, look at other people's spreads and be inspired by other women and other women's, spreads and their creativity, and just Queen and everything that you do with your stickers, and just all of it is just so just what you, Stephanie, have created with this product is so much more than just a planner. So, for it to have just, this is like the greatest way for me to celebrate my 1 year, is to be doing this today with you and with Queen here, obviously, because she's my bestie.
Oh my God, that makes my heart so happy to hear that, that it means that, and that people can come together and just, it's community. I know it's, when you call the planner community, it sounds like just kind of what we call it, right? But it's really a community.
Yeah.
When we were trying to talk to people about what this is, it's it's more than a product. The product is, yes, I can talk to you all about the product, but it's what has become and surrounding the product, this community of people interacting like a community and connecting and being there and having true friendships form and bonds. It's really something special. Not anything I think we could have curated or planned, no pun intended, but it's so organic and and I'm like, oh my gosh, that just makes my heart so happy. And it just is a testament to you too, to say, really putting yourself out there, to say that after a year, now you're hosting a podcast and really believing in yourself and saying, hey, you know what, I'm going to do this. I love it. And I'm going to just put it out in the universe and see, what becomes of it, and planting this seed. And kudos to you, because that's, like I said, that's vulnerability. It's putting yourself out there. And because once you do, you're open to criticism, but you're also open to connection, and you're also open to finding somebody that might be, your planner soulmate or your true friend. And so that's just such an inspiration.
Oh, Queen, you could be my planner soulmate.
Yeah, planner soulmates.
I love that.
It's funny because we've talked about this, and we talked about how me and Spice did not know each other before the planner community.
Wow.
We met in the planner community, and Happy Planner is what brought us together. And then a year later is when we came to the realization of we should do a podcast together.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't come at a better time for me, because you guys know that, of course, everybody knows by now, my year is bold and brave. And I needed those two words because I was afraid of everything. I was, people, I actually come from the beauty side of the community of Instagram and YouTube. And I've been there so long, and I just got tired of that. And I'm a really creative person, and I need somewhere to let my outlet at, my creativity out. And if I'm not creating, because I feel like my face, when I have no makeup on, that's my blank canvas. That's where I go to paint and do whatever. But when I'm not doing that, I need some type of other outlet for my creativity. Right. And I found that my love for stickers, and I'm kind of like you, Stephanie, I have been hoarding stickers since I was a little child. I have stickers that I have found, and I'll be like, oh my God, I've had these when I was 6. And it's crazy because, I find Lisa Frank stuff all over my house.
Yeah.
And I realized that when I came to the Happy Planner community, and I was really just in a weird place. When I came to the planner world, I was kind of in a weird place. I didn't really know, did I want to continue with the beauty stuff? Did I want to be here in the planner world? And I would get opportunities for makeup, and I would turn them down because I was so nervous of everything. And, I would have all these great opportunities, and things were just passing me by. And I don't know, one day me and Spice were having this conversation about people picking words. And I thought that was I was like, that's so dumb. Why are they picking words? I really did. I thought it was the stupidest thing ever. And I was like, no, these people are really using these words. And I was looking at Heather Kell, At Home with Keita, all these people had words. And I was like, well, what is something that could be really, really important to you? And I said, I want to stop being afraid of everything. And the words bold and brave came to me. And I was like, these are going to be my 2019 words. I am not going to pass up not one opportunity. And so when Spice came to me kind of playing with this idea of the podcast, my initial reaction was to say no, but I said, your words are bold and brave, baby. You gotta take this on. And
you have to say yes.
I have to say yes. And I promise you, the moment that I said yes, my life has been so different. The moment that I open up my Happy Planner and I look down and see, okay, I have a meeting with Spice. I have church on Sunday. We've started going to church. My life has just become more of a positive thing. And it's all because of the Happy Planner. And it's all because I took on being grateful and not being afraid and realizing that there's more to life if you just put yourself out there.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, 2019 has been one of the best years of my life. Like,
Oh,
so
me
many
too.
things have been going on, but to be sitting here doing a podcast, talking to Stephanie Fleming, who I never thought I would be talking to, first of all.
Stephanie Fleming.
It's like, Stephanie Fleming, are you crazy? Like, and, us making those jokes about us eating that watercress salad, and it just being like my whole mantra of like, I'm going to be eating that salad with Stephanie. I know what y'all talking about. And for her to come over and say, well, let's do it. We can talk. We're not going to have the salad, girl, but we're going to talk. And I'm like, okay, I'm here for it. It is such a blessing. And it just lets me know, like, from the beginning of this podcast, interviewing you and you saying like the only thing you really wanted was to be able to shop at Target, and to look at you now lets me know that my bold and brave is just opening one small door for me at a time. One day I may be sitting at that table with you, Stephanie. We gonna be eating. I don't want the salad no more. I just want some In-N-Out burger. So we're gonna have us some In-N-Out burger.
I am so here for that. I mean,
I'm very proud. I'm very proud of how far I have come, and that being a positive person and being able to touch my happy planner every day, or being able to open up my Bobadici every day and seeing the things that I have to do, and seeing those positive quotes all around me, has led me to a better life, and led me to Spice, and led us to doing this. And I think, how amazing is that, you guys? Yeah. I'm like freaking out.
I'm like, that's so good. I'm just sitting here like going, tearing up, and just going like, this is what it's all about for me. And to know that, like, to hear your story, it's oh gosh, it's such a success story, no matter where you are in the story. But to say, if you're having a hard time, and you decide to take control of your own happiness, because I wholeheartedly believe that we are in control of our own happiness. We're responsible for it, actually. Nobody else. You could be sitting back, and you can't control what happens to you, but you do get to control. Yes, you get to control how you react to it. And so, you've got to be able to get yourself into this practice of hardwiring your brain for happiness, because one way or another, you're training your brain to do something. You're either going to be training your brain to think positively, to be grateful, to be doing this by, repetition, or you're going to be, if everything you do, you live as a victim, even if you've been victimized, because you can be a victim of something and you can still choose to live in gratitude, and you can process, and you can grieve, and you can be sad, and you can, just have like really bad days, but you can't live there, because then you are hardwiring your brain for negativity, and you're going to see every negative thing in your life. And so, I believe it is our responsibility to hardwire our brains for happiness, that we have that's empowering to know that you can do that. And, I was doing some research for a speech before, and of course some science came up, and I'm like, ooh, this is not my deal. But they did this whole thing where it's like, the one thing that stood out for me, it says neurons that fire together wire together. So whatever you're doing, you're teaching your brain. There's actually physical evidence that shows that what you keep doing, you are actually like building these pathways in your brain. So when it says hardwiring your brain for happiness, it's not just some cool tagline. It actually is what physically happens to you when you are in the practice of being around positive people, speaking positively to yourself, right? I mean, how speaking positively to yourself, that's why your words, choosing words, it brings that intention to know that words really do matter. They have power. Somebody just said, Stacy Julian, I was at this retreat with us. She's from the scrapbooking world, and she's so wise and such a way with words. And she was telling us to name our inner critic. And she was actually like, she goes, I gave mine a name, and I talked to her, and I asked her, not today. And I'm thinking, somebody else said, like, you're really a nice person, because I would be like, get out of here. And I'm like, I would cuss mine out. I'm giving mine a name. My inner critic is just a B. I mean, she is like, I would love to just cuss all over your podcast on, but this is Hello Happy, and I'm not going to do that. But that girl, my inner critic is like, I just want to punch her in the face. She's been mean to me my whole life, and I've allowed it. And so when I don't accept that anymore, and when I can tell myself without going, I can tell myself that I'm worthy, and I can say it like you do, Queen, like, brave, bold and brave. Is that what it is? Bold and brave?
Bold and brave.
Bold and brave. Okay. So if you're telling yourself that, number one, you're worthy of a bold and brave life, that you are capable of a bold and brave life. And those are not self-limiting words. And so those things have so much power. And I think too, like, to me, it carries off, and you're empowering yourself to focus on what you want. And that's what I put in my planner. That's why I use my wellness planner. That's why I do it for my one that I need to focus and set my goals for work and for my days. And that's what's empowering to me. It's taking control of your life because, look, we've got one life. And if you're sitting around waiting for it to happen to you, for you, like I did, it's not going to. You have to do it. And that's the only time in my life that I have felt like, hey, you know what? No one else is going to believe in your worth. That shouldn't, not like that, but no one else is going to define it for you. And
Right.
even if you do, if you don't believe that you're worthy, someone else could come into your life and be like fawning all over you, but you won't buy it. You're not even going to believe it because you don't believe you're worthy.
Right.
So it's so much more
God,
than
that's
this.
so true.
You know, and I think I found that, like, I spent a lot of my life not believing it, and there were good people all around me saying that I was, and I didn't believe them.
But until you believe it,
Yes.
they're saying it, but until you truly believe it, I mean, the people have told me all my life, like, you have a light, you're inspirational, but
Yeah.
I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to inspire other women. I wanted to have a voice in a community. But
Yeah.
until you truly believe that you are that person and that you can do it, nothing no one says can make it for you. You have to
Absolutely.
believe that.
Absolutely.
And I feel like it takes so much more energy. Doesn't it take so much more energy to just be negative Nancy versus being I feel like once I took on Bold and Brave and I'm a little bit more happier and I'm positive more about life, I'm not so tired as much as, like, I feel like I drained myself just being negative. Like, oh girl, you can't do that. Oh no, you're not good enough for that. It just took so much energy out of me. But once I start seeing the positive side, I'm more happier. I'm like, okay, well, if something doesn't go my way, it just wasn't meant for me. That doesn't mean God's not going to open another door. It just meant it was not my time.
The effort that you would put into avoiding, like the effort that, not you, but you in general, the effort that I would put into avoiding things that I was afraid of, I think made me super tired. I think that that's kind of, where that's what was draining me. And this project that we've been doing here with Hello Happy, I mean, obviously, you can probably do a podcast about a product and have enough content to talk about a product for a while. But, we knew when we started this that the Happy Planner was more than just a product, and that there was no one else out there that was just talking about nothing but the Happy Planner and the Happy Planner community.
Yeah.
And we felt like that someone needed to, that we felt like that it was that the product was worth talking about.
I'm so glad you did.
Yeah, and the reason why I asked Queen was because I knew that she, like me, was always watching your live videos and always paying attention to when new releases were coming out, and that the two of us together would be able to know what was going on with your news and things like that. And I had no idea that it was going to be as fast growing as it has been, but it's just been so amazing. But it's been the only project of my life that I have never second guessed. Like from the time that I asked her and the moment that she said yes, like we dove in head first and have not looked back.
That's so great.
Yeah, and it's just been so much fun, and just having a space in my planner every day for something Hello Happy related has just been so. I have so much gratitude. That's really what I can say, is that I am so grateful for this and for the whole community and how they've embraced us and everything. And it's difficult now, I think, after all of this beautiful emotional talk, to get to are there any pet sticker books in the future?
I love the segue. I usually, it's so funny because I always end up going really deep because I'm just like a really super deep thinker, and so like,
well, so are we.
So back to stickers.
Some of the sticker requests that we got to ask you about were a little crazy.
Yeah.
We're not going to read all of those to you here. But at the same time, we're talking to each other and we're like, okay, so you get to ask Beyonce one question and you're going to ask her this. You get to ask Barack and Michelle Obama this one question, and this is what you choose to ask.
Right? I mean, I just don't understand. But people are excited about what they're excited about. So,
yes, they are. But that's just because we got so many responses, which is fantastic. I mean, we could not have even dreamed that so many people were going to show up, to talk to you. But of course they did your Stephanie Fleming. So are there going to be pet sticker books in the future?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yay.
they also want to know, are we going to have grandparent sticker books? Are there going to be weddings themed sticker books?
So I don't know about grandparents. I don't know that we have any, and I'm a grandparent. I have 3 little grandboys, and so I love grandparents. I love being one, but I don't know that we have a specific grandparent sticker book that I know of, which I think is no. That doesn't mean no in the future forever, but definitely be on the lookout for wedding stuff later on.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fun.
Yeah.
I can tell that you listen to the customers. So many of the things that I have heard in the community that people want, it's like 6 months later, there it is in a sticker book.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that's so refreshing that you kind of have your finger on the pulse of the community and you kind of know, what we are looking for.
There's so many things too where I'm like, even when we hear something, sometimes we have not diversity, because that's something that I don't mean like, oh, there's some things that are not within our control. That is, but things like what Michael's will and won't pick up, or what any other retailer would say, like, oh, we want to buy this, why didn't you do this? Well, we showed that product and it didn't get picked up. Or when you have like one girl on the front of anything, so you're going like, okay, well, if you can't have one of every girl, because there's no way that they'll be able to manage that inventory. I wish that was as easy, for everything, where it's like everybody could have what they want in one product. And sometimes we listen, we really do. I'm on Facebook like more than I need to be, because, and I'm a lurker, because a lot of times people don't understand what we have to deal with, and that we hear like, I'm trying to think of something that, like an example of something that someone had asked for. Something like really specific sticker books. Like, I'm trying to think, somebody said law enforcement, I think. And like for us, I'm like, oh, that sounds really good. But in order for us to create like the minimum order quantity that we need, the way we have to do business and we manufacture our products, that's not even probably a good example. Law enforcement probably could work, but something really specific. That it's like it doesn't make sense for us, because we won't get that placed. We won't get that product placed because it doesn't have a mass appeal enough to make it. Now, it doesn't mean that it's not a necessary product line that you wouldn't have. Like, I think chronic illnesses was one of them. And I'm like, oh, I love that idea. But what about if we made it pretty, like a little bit more general, because I don't know that we would even get that placed in a store. So what we try and do is like, oh no, I hear you. And we're trying to figure out ways to like bring that in that works for our business model, but that also serves the community. And sometimes, honestly, I'll say that when we have a request that's really super specific, I'm going to tell someone like, you know what, it doesn't make sense for us. It's such a good idea. I would go support your Etsy shop owners.
Oh,
because,
yeah, for sure.
There's so many, and what they can do that we cannot do is they can have smaller runs. They can come out with stuff really, really quickly. And so, there's room for everybody at the table. So for us, even though I'd love to be able to supply every product for every single person, sometimes it's really nice for me to be able to say, go support your Etsy shop owners, your stickers, your small stickers store online, and say, because they can do that, and maybe that's a great idea, and they can bring business into theirs, into their operation. So we listen. I listen, and we try as much as possible to be able to deliver when it makes sense, for us.
And talking about stickers, Stephanie, I do have a question about stickers. I know that you guys do great jobs at making sure that we have holiday stickers, but here is something that I think that would be awesome that you guys could add in for the holiday stickers, like Black History Month, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I would like possibly a PCOS awareness sticker, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. I think those type of like stickers would be really cute to like slap in your monthly view and be like, okay, well, this month is October, it's breast cancer awareness, and this month is February, it's Black History Month. I think those would be really cute things that we could definitely incorporate into, because you guys do a really good job of covering all the holidays. So I would just like to see a little extra.
I'm seriously looking for my pen, because I'm like, that's a really good idea. And I'm like, I don't have a pen at this table with me, but I'm going to remember that, or I'm going to listen back to the podcast, because I think that's a really, really good idea, whether it's incorporated in like a regular date sticker book, or, somewhere else, like even just like a decorative part for monthly, seasonal type of things, or just
even
like,
like
in the
a
date.
memory planner sticker book, like
Yeah.
the date and holidays. Oh my God, I love that
Yes.
sticker book, by the
I
way.
do too. I do too.
That thing's hanging
Yeah.
on by a thread.
Good, you're using it.
Yes.
It's the one she's using.
Yes.
Okay, so our next question is, with that being said, what are some upcoming trends you might be incorporating in future Happy Planner releases?
So, it may seem a little like conflicting, but it's not. We are really trying to embrace the trend of digital detox. And I'll explain a little bit, because people right now are, they're so connected, right? They're so connected on every single device and every platform, but people are really, I mean, depression and suicide rates are at like an all-time high. And, I just did a little poll on my personal Instagram, just to like, what is keeping you from living your happiest life? And so many people said loneliness, and other people said, like, they just made me so sad, because I'm like, oh God, loneliness. And they're connecting, they're on social media. So, so I kind of am like going, you feel like you're kind of lonely, and you do this like mindless searching through things. It's one thing if you can if you're mindful, right? And you're like looking through and you're really connecting and you're doing it for a reason, or you're there to find inspiration or connecting with friends or whatever. It's another thing if you're lonely and you're just scrolling and seeing everybody else's life go by. And so the concept for me of digital detox, or even just like digital disconnect, is because you're not taking away my Instagram, because I love it so much and it's such a great tool for me. But I think we can set boundaries for our screen times, and like, let's use it, and so that's kind of what I'm going to be doing in the mountains this next week. Is I want to document it. I do want to take pictures, but I'm going to try and set some boundaries for myself, because we have some products coming up. We want to be able to, like, I guess, emphasize that there's really something to be said about creative therapy. So a lot of our products are very therapeutic when you really get in them and you're working with your hands, you're creating something, or you're making a plan. So we want to say, like, if you're being really that intentional, why not incorporate some sort of, healthy digital boundaries? So there's some fun, like, things that are just there to keep you a little bit more mindful about what you're doing, and really trying to get people to, like, balance what you're doing online and on social media, but then creating the time and space, and actually getting in your planner, making something, or connecting with someone, or calling somebody up, even just you guys getting on the phone and talking, or something where it's like, it's not just mindless scrolling, or and just pining over what you may not have or what you want to have, and making you feel bad about yourself, and things like that. So that trend of digital detox, and is trying to work with the product and figure out how to create that lovely balance between finding connection on social media and then taking the time to put it down and actually live your life.
Right.
I think that's great. And one of the things that I have been thinking about is, someone once said to me, and it might not have been to me personally. Of course, I think everyone in the community is talking to me.
We are.
Yes. As someone once said, touch your planner before you touch your phone.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
Touch your planner before you touch your phone. So
Yeah.
I'm on summer break right now. I'm a high school teacher, so I'm not working right now.
Right.
And I am at home every day. So in the mornings, I've got my planner on my nightstand where my phone is.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been grabbing for my planner now instead of my phone, because before I go to work, I have to be at work at like 5 o'clock. I mean, like, my hours are crazy. Yeah, it's horrible. You ask Shonda, because I'm texting her at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and she's not awake for like 3 hours before she gets up to all these text messages from me.
And by that time, it's 46 messages in, but Yeah.
So I've given her my entire day before she even wakes up. So, but I've been trying so hard to, like, be in my planner before I'm in my phone, because that way I can kind of ground myself.
That's
And
really
here's
good.
here's what you're going to do today, and here's how you're going to make today successful, and here's how you're not going to sit in front of the TV all day long. And I found in the 3 days so far that I've managed to be successful at doing this, that, you know, I have been more productive. I've only achieved this for like 3 days, but I've only been out of school for a week. So, you know, give me a break.
But I mean, man, that's good. And I think it's because how many of us, like that's the first thing I do. I wake up, my alarm goes off, I tap it off on the phone, and then I pick my phone up, put my glasses on, and start, you know, reading my emails.
Start scrolling.
Like in bed.
So,
like that's not, and that's what, exactly. That's a perfect example. And what a good practice. And I might even try that. I've heard of people that have said they put their phones like across the room. They don't put it right on their bedside.
Yeah, well, that's smart.
I'm like, oh, because all I do is I took a lot of the games, because I am like totally like that child of a person that would be like, I'm playing like Toon Blast or whatever it's called. Like, I don't know, just mindless games. And like, I'll play them till like I'm on level 975, and every spare minute that I don't need to be using my brain, I'm playing some stupid game going like, and so I deleted them because I said, I just kept just reaching for my phone any like spare 10 minutes. It's like, oh, my husband's going to the bathroom in the middle of our movie. I'm going to pick my phone up and, you know, see if I can get through another level. And I'm like, there are so many more productive things that I could be doing with my time than that. So that's a step. But I like your idea of putting your planner on your bedside too. What a great tip.
And I definitely need to do that because I am like a social media freak. Like, I just feel like I need to be on Instagram, and I guess it doesn't help that I have like 4 Instagrams and I'm just running from one Instagram to another and reading DMs and messages, and you know, I just feel like I need, and then I get wrapped up in okay, so my guilty pleasure is I love this one page called the Shade Room on Instagram, and I like to go there for all the tea on everybody. You know, what is Beyonce eating lately and all this stuff, and I get wrapped up in that for like 30 or 40 minutes. I get wrapped up in that for 30 or 40 minutes, and it's just like, my God, I could have been doing something else, and something that was productive at least, than sitting here reading about other people's lives that does not affect me. Like,
I don't know. That's pretty productive. Whatever Beyonce is doing, I need to know.
We can learn a lot from Beyonce.
Yes. We could. If you had one question to ask her, what would it be?
Right? Oh my God.
So,
okay, so.
What is even next? We're almost done. Oh my goodness.
We are.
We've talked for so long. Oh, Stephanie, thank you so much for chatting with us for this long. It's just been so wonderful.
I love it.
So we had this really cool question. Would you ever consider documenting and sharing the life cycle of one of the value sticker packs? That would be so cool on social media, you know, to do like a story series of like how the ideas are gathered, and then how the artwork is put together, and how it's all laid out, and then, you know, even like the production. I don't know if you have any way of doing something like that, but I mean, I have at times looked at my sticker book and thought, now how did they put this together from start to finish?
Yeah. You know what? I actually took this, I printed out your, cause I'm old, I printed the email out so that I would remember to go talk to my team about this, because I love the idea of doing that. And we just hired, and the challenge for us was always, cause we've thought about something like that before, even like the beginning of a planner, like what was the inspiration behind that planner cover, and then how did it get chosen for the retailer? How do we show it to the retailer? How does it get designed, and, you know, so on and so forth. And you know, what happens is like, there's so many things that you just get caught up in, like, and it's just passing us by, and we're over in marketing and that's in design. But we just hired a videographer, and we are like, because right now we haven't been operating with any photographer because our beloved Dylan is now living in LA and not local. So we just hired a videographer, and I thought, oh my God, what a really cool project to start with, because this would be something that would take months, right? You just film like a little bit of it first, then you kind of, you know, archive that over here, and then you've got your whole thing that you just build up. And I think it would be an awesome idea. So I've actually highlighted it and have it like, he starts on Monday, next Monday, not this month, the next Monday. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to tell him right away, like, hey, this is one of the things I want you to think about from the beginning on how you would document that. So it's such a cool idea.
Yeah, and then you could do this whole like YouTube video about it.
Yeah,
you know, or something like that.
Definitely.
And you know, I like the idea of the life cycle of a planner, or so, you know, I mean, just any of that stuff, because I know that everybody is super curious about, you know, what's going on over there and behind the scenes. And, I thought that was such a great question when I read it. Because I too have looked. I mean, when I'm not smelling my stickers, I'm definitely looking at them and wondering how did they put this together?
Yeah, and I think it would be so fun because I think that also gives some visibility to people on like what it takes to, how long it takes to design. Like each of our sticker packs, the big ones, the value packs, that's a lot of artwork. It's a lot of time, and then it's a lot of time in production, which is just basically going from once the concept is thought of, then there's the design process, and then it goes to the production department, which they have to get each and every page that gets printed, they have to prepare it for the presses and for the factory. So every die line that has to go through making sure that it's compliant, that we have legal is fine, then it gets edited, and then you go out and it goes to the factories, and then there's checks there, and then that's how they process them there. My brother is over there right now on a press check, and then they get stepped here, and even like how it would go and get sent to the warehouse. There's a lot in a life cycle of that, and sometimes I'm just amazed at our team and how they are able to get out not just a lot of content and like quality product, but like really good. Like it's funny when Hannah and I will flip through something for the first time, and sometimes I haven't even seen it yet. And sometimes I see a product that gets from birth, of the idea all the way to the end. But after a while, some of it just becomes like the designers just are working, and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't seen this. This is amazing. And so Hannah and I will sit down and do like a preview, and we really are seeing it kind of for the first time, like in real life. And it's like, oh my God, this is great. I love this. And it's so real. So I think it would be such an interesting thing for people see from the beginning, and maybe even just really have an increased even appreciation for the time that it takes and what we do to bring it to the market.
Yeah, I know sometimes when you guys are doing those flip throughs, you do sound like, oh, we really like this.
We do.
And it's like, oh, well,
like, didn't they already see that?
How do they not know that they like that?
I know. And I think even that is interesting, because I know when we brought our the Happy Planner squad out to the offices last year, there were so many revelations that they had, like, oh my God, I thought the place was bigger, or oh, this is bigger than I thought, or they were like, I had no idea it took that much and that many people touch it and how fast it moves. And I had no idea what the process was like. And so it's kind of would be, just interesting for people to see that kind of like, you pull the curtain back and say, like, I think a lot of people will think that I look at every single product at every single phase, and that's physically impossible. Like I can't do what I do and still look at every single phase of every product anymore.
Right. I would guess that you could not.
But I have lots of people that think that I do, and they're like, how did she not see this? And I'm like, I didn't. Really not my thing anymore.
Right?
No. Well, hopefully those people will listen to this, because there's no way that you can see ever. Seriously, I probably own things that you haven't even seen. I'm just kidding.
It's possible. It's possible.
So before we get to the last really cute question, I have one real quick one. Will there be a whole new group of Happy Planner girls this fall? Yes. Okay.
Oh
all right,
my
cool.
God. We are excited. We will not ask any more questions because we want to be surprised like everybody else.
I know. It just crossed my mind that, that's been so successful for the past 2 years.
Yes.
That's I think been like everybody's kind of favorite thing, especially when you do the, the deluxe.
Yeah.
With the metal rings and the, all that kind of stuff. So there's
a couple of them that are like, all of them are great, but when like you just have some that speak to you, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait till I can tell somebody.
Oh, well, you can tell us. You can tell us, and we'll turn off the recording, and you can tell us right now.
Oh, did I say something about Planner Girls? Oh, I didn't say anything.
No.
Well,
what are you talking about?
No, really, seriously, when we cut off the recording, you can tell us anything you want, because we won't put any of that stuff out there.
But you know what? With me
are you serious? If we were fortunate enough to even hear what one of the Planner Girls were, you think that we would leak that, please?
No, I wouldn't. That's taking that to my grave.
Oh, me too. So,
you know what? Speaking of that, it made me think, do you think that you guys will be coming out with like more deluxe covers to put onto your planners?
Ooh.
So the deluxe covers is an interesting thing. I love the deluxe covers and the snap-ons, and this was one of those
snap-ons. I love those.
I love. So when we came out with them, this was one of those things that got over inventoried very, very quickly because it took a while for some of the retailers to figure out like how to deal with the demand of this product and how the consumer really wants newness. And so at one point, like when the product came out, a lot of the retailers were like, oh my gosh, well, this is about how much we're going to buy. And then they didn't have enough, right? So then the next buying season came by and they bought so much stuff and it was too much, which left them over inventoried. And in that part of it was deluxe covers. So when we have that over inventory of a great product, it's very hard to say, okay, hey, we have some new ones that are coming out because they're still trying to go through and get, and sell through what they have. And so that's kind of this dilemma of this is a really good product. And it's why we haven't come out with like as many new designs with it because it won't be placed because they've still got to go through that inventory. And it's one of the things too that we're, got to see ourselves out of like, okay, so now once we get to a better position there, would we be able to come out with, newness? And at that point, we probably wouldn't come out with, like, I think at that time it was like in each size, there was like 8 different colors. That is a lot of inventory. And so, we might be like, oh, here's this season's new 1 or 2 type of a thing. So it's something that I hope to see in the future because I love them. And I think it's just kind of like a planner wardrobe, and kind of like just nice to wrap your planner around in it. And it is, people want to change it up. So I'm hoping that we're going to be able to do that and work through that over inventoried position and get to the place where we can have some newness there.
Okay, cool. Because I do like those too. All right, last cute question. Queen, go ahead.
Okay, so our last cute question,
Did you want to ask her anything else besides this one?
No, that was it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so our last little question is, it says, because I work at a zoo, I need to know what is your favorite animal? And she would like for all of us to actually answer this question.
Okay. Do you want me to go first or do you guys want to go first?
Well, mine's easy. I am in love with turtles.
Aww.
I think they're super cute, and I used to own one, and it was so adorable.
Oh, how cute!
I like the idea of a turtle too that can like come out and walk around, and then when it wants to be by itself, it can just like head up on its shell,
Yeah, I can relate.
We're kind of like that, introverts and extrovert tendencies.
Yeah, I can relate to that too.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I don't know. I need another minute. So you go ahead, Stephanie, if you know.
Okay. So when I saw this question, I go, oh my God, this is very polarizing because I'm not really an animal person. And
that's okay. Oh my gosh, that's okay.
But you know what's so funny is because I really I like animals and I grew up with animals. We had a turtle too. We had a turtle, we had ducks, we had many cats, many dogs, like lots of animals. And I loved them. And I was like, the 10-year-old girl that was like a horse child, it's like I love horses. I had plastic horses. I drew horses, but then when I had my son, right after I had my son, we got a Dalmatian as a puppy. And so he was like the most lovable, wonderful dog. And I wanted him. And he was like, I want this Dalmatian. And we had him for 14 years, but he had some medical issues and was just like another child and something else for me to take care of. And so I had my 2 kids, I had my ex-husband, and I had my dog. And then when I got to this place where all of a sudden, after he died and the kids grew up and, moved on, I'm like going, I don't have to take care of anybody anymore but myself. And so that was like, this is cool. So I wouldn't say like I'm an animal lover. I love other people's animals. And right now my favorite pet is my grand pup. My daughter Kayla has a little dog, Olivia Pup, because she liked Olivia Pope. And so
that's cute.
And I think she can do no wrong. She's the most precious little thing ever. So, but I thought about, if I had to pick an animal, I think that I would say, and this is so random, is like a penguin. Because don't penguins mate for life? Aren't they like really loyal?
Yes, right? They're so cute.
They're just so cute and like what? So I'm like going, if I had to pick one, it wouldn't be like a pet. It would be like, what a cool animal and like what a cool story. So without being a super animal person, like I'd say a penguin.
Okay. I like that a lot. So I'm going to have to go with, and this is going to sound really funny, but I'm going to have to go with a sloth.
Oh, they're so great. Oh, that's a good answer. I should have answered that.
Yeah,
That's so
and
good.
the reason for that is there's a couple different reasons. And it's one because like I feel like that their lifestyle, I'm like super jelly of their lifestyle. Like they're slow moving and kind of lazy seeming and it's just okay. Like they're supposed to be that way, so everybody just expects, so if I'm moving slow one day, if I was a sloth, it would just be okay.
Yeah.
But then my son one time, so I got some Etsy stickers because I was supporting one of my Etsy girls, and they were little teeny tiny sloths that had like a coffee cup or something. Like it was the cutest little like picture. It was the cutest little stickers, and I opened them up in the car because I never managed to get my Happy Mail into the house. It always gets opened up in the car with my children in the back seat, and my son looks at that and he goes, "Is that a sloth?" And I said, "Yes, isn't it adorable? It's the cutest thing I've ever seen." And he said, "That's like the most dangerous animal in the world." So I don't know.
Unassuming.
So I don't know if he had just learned about them that day in second grade, or if this is something that we're all supposed to know. But apparently they're very dangerous.
Who knew?
So right? I feel like that I too, and Queen, you can respond to this. I feel like that there are times that I can be somewhat dangerous.
oh, we've talked about this. I don't think Stephanie needs to know.
No, so I think that I can relate to them because they're slow moving and extremely dangerous. I don't know how something can be the slowest animal in the world and also be the most dangerous too.
Right, but whatever Daniel says, it has to be what he said. So they're very much dangerous, and we need to keep a watch out for those sloths.
Seriously, second graders, they are so much fresher with that knowledge of what animals do.
So
it's been a really long time since I've had to study the sloth. But anyway, I have a lot of little sloths in my planner with little coffee cups because I guess sloths seen a lot of coffee, or that Etsy shop thought they did. And
it makes sense.
Every time I see them now, I think of him. I always think of him saying, that's the most dangerous animal in the world.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I'm just kind of like, okay. So anyway, yeah.
So those are our favorite animals.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that we are almost at the end of our interview, but I just want to say thank you so much, Stephanie, for taking this time out to chit chat with us and give us your story and just share a little bit of Happy Planner knowledge on us, because we are super excited to share this episode, and we have been like, trying to contain our excitement and not like spill the beans everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's true. And then you gave us all this free press last week because you were talking about being on a podcast, and we had just announced that we were going to have you, and it wasn't even our podcast. It wasn't our podcast at all that you had just recorded. I think it was Amy Tangerine's, but it was so funny that. That's okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no. I think that's, what, to me, it's like, I know I had them both scheduled, so I'm like, we'll just eventually, come out, and because I wasn't sure, I'm like, I don't know if I should say, I didn't know when either one of you guys were like announcing it, so I didn't want to like, be the same person. I don't want to be spilling your beans. I do it enough on my own. So yeah, no, this has been so fun to talk to you guys. I have had like the best time. And like I said, thank you so much for like having me on here and allowing me to go deep sometimes, because I think it's important for us to, sometimes like take it down that a little bit and connect there through such real experiences, and then be able to kind of come back up on the surface and have fun in our planners and do that, because I think it connects us at a different level. So thank you for indulging me and letting me go there and talk about all the things of the Happy Planner and why and how we got there. And I've just really enjoyed all of your energy and the laughs and everything. So I just appreciate you having me.
Well, we have enjoyed this so much. And what you had to say about your planner story just has changed the way I'm going to look at my planner forever. I just know. So I just feel, I just feel very inspired now to just go and put some stickers on some things. And
yeah, we're really grateful that you are able to do this for us and just be able to share your story and your love for the product. Like, it's one, a lot of people own businesses and they like what they do, but the way you explain and the way you talk about Happy Planner, you generally know that what you say and what you stand fully behind your product. Like, you love everything about this brand. And I think that is what makes other people so in love with the brand. You have definitely inspired us, and I hope out there you've inspired the Hello Happy family. You guys should be leaving this episode feeling super pumped and ready to go and recharged, because I definitely feel recharged. Like, you recharged me to just jump on my goals and to believe and be grateful, and anything is possible, you know?
So I bet you that we'll get to meet you at Go Wild next year.
Yes, ma'am.
So
I'll be there.
We're ready for that. We had serious FOMO this year because neither one of us got to get all the way out to Las Vegas. But next year, no matter where it is, we're gonna be there, because we have got to sit down, and I don't know what we're gonna eat. Queen has all these ideas about what we're gonna have to eat, but I keep telling her,
I'm
just we may not get to have a meal with Stephanie. Like, that may not be in the cards.
Oh yeah, that's in the cards. That's in the cards.
That
I don't
is
know
in
if
the
it's gonna
cards.
be a
I told
watercress
you.
salad, but
no, it doesn't have to be
no watercress.
or a
In-N-Out
finger
burger
sandwich or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever
Oh my gosh,
so anyway, thank you so much, Stephanie, for coming on to Hello Happy. I hope that we get to talk again soon.
Yeah, I
I'll
hope
probably
so. And
be responding to your pictures on Instagram all the time anyway. So
I'll see. I'll at least see you on the gram, right?
Yeah, I'll see you on Instagram.
Awesome.
All right, so
okay. Thank you guys so much. Bye.
Right. Bye, Steph.
Spice, have you told them about the coffee page before? Like, I think they know about the coffee page.
I think that we have, and I think that they know that, like, our main goal is to have to record the show with pants on. Pants, bras, all the things that you have to wear, like, when you're recording a person. But the coffee page is www.ko-fi.com/hellohappyfamily. And several of you have gone over there and bought us coffee. And I just can't even believe it. Like, every time I see it, I'm just like, oh my gosh, they really like us.
You guys are super sweet, and we thank you guys for that so much.
Thank you so much. You have no idea how much that means to us. And it's not like we're out here buying stickers with that money. We are out here, like, using that to make this podcast better for you. All right. Well, that was awesome. I want to, if she's listening, thank Stephanie Fleming once again for giving us so much of her time. I mean, she talked to us for over 2 hours, so that is why we had to split this up into 2 episodes, but I think that it was totally worth it. What do you think? What are your thoughts on part 2?
Part 2 was absolutely amazing, just like part 1. I really, really enjoyed talking to Stephanie, getting to know her. And you guys, like me personally, like, when I knew Stephanie was coming, I definitely wanted to, there was a couple things that I definitely wanted to talk to her about. I wanted to talk to her about diversity, and I was so on the fence about that conversation. But once I got another question, I was like, okay, I know now that this is definitely a topic that I want to definitely bring to the table. So I'm really excited that I got a chance to talk to her about that. And I really just wanted her to tell her story, because I knew bits and pieces of her story. But the main part of the story that I knew was that Stephanie just wanted to shop at Target. Like, she didn't want anything else, people. She just wanted to be able to go to Target and buy some $4.99 squirts. That's all she wanted. And so I think being able to tell that story, and being where I am right now in my life, being an entrepreneur and just trying to go for my goals and go for my dreams, that though you may be struggling and you're trying to figure out, you can come out on the other side of this story. You're so much more than your story. And to see a woman who just believes in her product, like, Stephanie is selling you a bag of happiness, basically. But it would be different if a person was selling you something, but they really didn't believe in their product. She wholeheartedly believes in Happy Planner. And I think that is why so many people love Happy Planner, and we love the products that come out. We love when new releases are coming out, because we know, okay, we're going to get some new sticker books. We're going to get some new planners. You know what I mean? Like, we're always excited to switch up our planners. And before I really became a Happy Planner girl, I felt like, okay, you had one planner and you had to stay in that planner until that planner ended. And I think the most fun thing is to be like, okay, well, I've been in this planner for 6 months. I gave you love. Okay, so I'm going to hop ship and I'm going to give the next planner 6 months of love. So I really think that is amazing. And I absolutely love the woman behind the brand just as much as I love the brand. And I know that it's, not just Stephanie. There is Kayla and there's Hannah and there is Stephanie's mom, and all of these people are behind this brand. Even Stephanie's husband, she even said that. Stephanie's husband is behind this brand, and it's just amazing. Like, I just love it. I love the fact that she was just a normal girl we were just talking to. Like, we were just three ladies just having it up, chatting it up about our planners. And she really made me laugh when she was talking about her favorite animal. And she also made me like crack up when she's like, I would just love to cuss all over your podcast, but I'm not going to do that. And I
Oh
thought
my
that was
gosh,
hilarious.
I know.
So, I just love that she was her. She was truly Stephanie. Like, she was just having fun. And I
She's like,
love
well,
that.
this
I
is
love
Hello
that people.
Happy.
Right. I love that people can come over and feel like they are at home. And I think that's really what
Yeah.
Hello Happy is supposed to embody, that, we are at home and we're just chilling and we're just vibing and having a good time with our planners. And you guys, okay, so all my sisters out there, was y'all feeling it when I asked Stephanie for that Black History Month sticker? Because I need a Black History Month sticker. Okay, ASAP, Stephanie. I'm going to need to see that. I know you work a year out, but honey, I'm gonna need you to slide that on in for the 2020
A
releases.
year out. A
Um,
year.
but I
So in
definitely,
2021, we get our Black History Month sticker.
yeah, but I definitely need one. And if there's any Etsy shops out there that can get a girl one before then, okay, we need one. But I love the fact that she thought that that was a really, really good idea, and they do an amazing job with having those types of stickers in the planner. But I would definitely love to see, like, October is two things. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and also Domestic Abuse Awareness Month. So I think those type of stickers to be able to put in our planners, because we all have a story, and domestic abuse may not be your story. For example, my story is PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. So that's every September is PCO Awareness Month. I would love to be able to take a sticker and put at the top of my planner that says PCO awareness. I think those are really important things, and not a lot of people know, but like 1 in 10 women have PCOS. So I think, like, that would be something really nice. Black History Month sticker. Come on, y'all. We definitely need those type of stickers to give us more diversity, and to let us know that we're being included. And I love the fact that Stephanie was taking a moment to like actually hear us, because she even said that, she was in Atlanta and she had that conversation with the girls about diversity. And she was like, okay, well, I know I need to be able to represent and show these women that we are able and capable of being able to represent them somewhere in this brand. And she's listening, and though she may not be able to do it right away, she's still listening and taking notes and going forward, this is what we need to do. So Stephanie, I thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to us. It was super amazing for me. And never in a million years would I thought that I would be, talking to Stephanie Fleming, the lady of Happy Planner. And I know y'all heard that she secured that dinner date, so we're going to have some In-N-Out burger, a, a sandwich or something. I know y'all heard that. So don't be trying to play me no more in the comments like, Queen, she not gonna eat with you. Yes, she is. Stop playing.
She
But yeah,
will.
I am super excited about that, and I'm super excited that she just was, she just seemed like she genuinely had fun here, and I'm super excited that she was our first interview ever, and yeah, I'm super excited to see what else is to come. So now I can stop saying super excited. Um, yeah. So with that being said, Spice, how did you feel about the whole situation?
Well, let me just say that through the editing process of these two parts, I have listened to these words so many times. The things that you've said, the things that I've said, the things that she said. And I could not possibly love her any more than I do. I mean, I just feel like, well, first of all, I mean, it's obvious to everyone out there that Stephanie Fleming and SpicedPlans are best friends. I mean, if y'all don't know that already, then it should be totally obvious, because now that I've listened to this so many times, like, we are clearly besties. She is so sweet and funny, and what I was trying to do when we were putting this together was make sure that everyone got to hear as much of the interview as possible, so that there wasn't like a whole lot of like after we shut off the recording and we were chatting. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to make sure that I got as much in as possible so that it was as authentic for the listeners as it could be. And I think that that's definitely what we brought to the table here was you guys heard everything that was said pretty much. I mean, don't you agree?
Yeah, it was pretty authentic.
Yeah, I would say that, I mean, there was really nothing that was left out from beginning to end, from hello to goodbye. I mean, it's all there. And I feel like that's kind of what we have been trying to do since the beginning of our podcast, is be as real and as authentic as we possibly can. And I think that, Stephanie was very real on the show as well. And, like what she said about Target in part one, just the rawness of her story. And, we were about to lose our house and all this kind of stuff like that. That's a hard thing for somebody to say. I think I really feel like that she was very open with us and honest with us, and her story is a really cool one. And at the same time, she never expected to be our community's, big star, Stephanie Fleming, with capital S, capital F. You know what I mean? Like, she's this big person. She is also humble enough to say, if we can't make the sticker for you, then support your Etsy shop. And I love that. Like, I love to see pictures of her with other sticker makers and other, female stationery company owners. And, I love to see her out there in the community, chatting with other women and talking to other people that, do some of the same things that she does, because it just shows that we're all kind of in this together. And I think that what I am trying to figure out about this product is, why is it so addicting? I mean, there's so many things in the world that are addicting, that are bad for us. And I'm not trying to say that spending money on things isn't bad for us, because I know that, there does get to a point where I spend too much money on these things, and that may not necessarily be a good thing. But what I'm saying is, the happiness that this injects into my soul is addicting. The fact that when I open up my planner and I see a quote that just immediately makes me feel better or lifts me up, or whatever feeling this has given me, it's infectious, it's addictive. And, I know that you're always talking about, well, Stephanie Fleming sells paper crack. And that, is a very funny thing to say. But at the same time, there is just something about what she has created. And for her to say that she used to take the little quotes and put them on her mirror and put them around her house, and that she wanted to kind of put that into a planner, what if she opened up a planner and could see those things every day? That's why we get so excited about each new release, because we already know when a new release comes out that it's just going to be more of that positivity, that it's going to be more of that life-giving, joy-bringing message that keeps us coming back. And she looked at her competition, or her would-be competition, and she was like, what is missing from this? And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with the other planner companies, because I know that there are other planners out there that are awesome. And, there's other companies out there, sticker companies, that make great stickers. I love Etsy shops. I will always shop the Etsy shops and the independent sticker companies. But there's just something about the Happy Planner that just does it for me. I mean, I just feel like that it's exactly what I needed at the time that I needed it, to kind of lift me out of the dark. And she is just the right person to be the face of the company, because she's been there too. And for her to be able to say that, to everybody on a podcast, that I was there too, that it's not always easy for me, is so nice. And just the other day, she got onto her Instagram stories and said, I am struggling with finding peace, and I'm going to make a list of things that make me happy, and that kind of stuff. She's so honest with the fact that, yes, she chooses happy, but it's not always easy. That just because she's the owner of the Happy Planner does not mean that her life is always, unicorns and rainbows. So we can stick all the unicorns and rainbows in our planners that we want to, Queen, but that doesn't mean that our life is always perfect, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So, but anyway, it's so easy on social media to make it look like things are perfect when underneath, we're stickering this planner as hard as we can with all of these beautiful things, but sometimes things are still hard. And I just like that she's so real and that she's able to come on here and tell everybody that she is a real person and that she leads a real life and that she has struggles and that she has days that are hard and that her wellness journey is real. So this was so much fun. This was like the greatest, coolest thing that we've gotten to do so far. So thank you again, Stephanie, for being willing to come on the show. It was so fun. So yeah, that was Stephanie Fleming, everybody.
Yep. We hope you guys have definitely enjoyed this interview. You guys have enjoyed Stephanie Fleming month, basically, because
Yeah.
all of this month has been all about Stephanie Fleming.
Stephanie Fleming.
But I think we are now into the 11th episode. So we are going to do what any good show would do, is we are going to take a small season break and regroup and figure some things out. And we will be back, you guys, in August. I am not going to give you guys a definite date as of yet, but I will say stay tuned to the Hello Happy Podcast Instagram, you guys, because that is where you get updates and information. You always want to be checking over there because there's always stuff. If you're not sure where you can find a place to listen, if you're not happy with where you're listening at, that is the place that you can find to find out where to listen. Hello Happy Podcast on Instagram, you guys. Follow us over there. But yeah, we're gonna be taking like a small little break, and we will be back with the sticker series. So don't forget to send us those because some of you guys are so hilarious with the stickers.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
You're
I crack
showing
up
up big
sometimes when I
time.
see those. So the sticker series, make sure you guys email us with ideas that you guys are having. And also make sure that you guys keep in tune with the news. Okay, if you guys see something, definitely don't be afraid to share it with us because we would love to see what you guys see, because sometimes it's two of us, but sometimes we miss something. One person sees something and the other person doesn't see something. So definitely share the news, people, if you see it. And we will be back, you guys, sometime in August with tons and tons of news to share with you guys and exciting interviews and all kinds of stuff going on. So just hold your pants, okay? Hold your horses. And yeah, I don't know, we've
Hopefully
had a
everybody has
blast
on
here.
pants.
Hopefully so. Especially if you're out and about in public, because pants are a must. But yeah, we're hoping that
We
you
talk
guys.
about pants an awful lot. We really do.
Yeah, true. But hopefully you guys are enjoying the podcast, and I hope that you guys really enjoyed Stephanie Filming Month because we had so much fun doing this. So yeah, I don't know if Spice has anything else she wants to tell you, but please keep the emails and DMs coming, you guys, because we definitely love hearing from you guys. And if you guys are unsure who you're ever talking to, whenever you're talking to me over on Hello Happy, there will always be a crown for the queen. And if you're ever talking to a Spice, there will always be a spicy pepper for the spice. So you will always know who you're talking to because we always have our own little signature.
That is right. And we will miss you. It's not going to be a super long break, so don't get too nervous about it. It's just a little season break because it's summertime and, things have been. It's funny because how I said earlier in the summer when school first got out, I was like, yeah, I'm going to have so much time because it's summertime and I'm not going to be working. I have found that I have less time now. I'm actually busier than I am during the school year, and I'm not really sure why that is. It's like I have been out of town every single weekend. I have been planning all kinds of vacations. We have a new puppy. I mean, like, there's so much stuff going on in my life, and it's not stuff that we normally plan during the school year. So it's almost been crazier than when I'm working. So yeah, we're just going to take a little bit of a break to kind of collect ourselves and make sure that we have some good stuff to come back with in August. So don't get sad or anything. It's just going to be like a couple weeks. We will miss you, and we will be over at the Instagram all the time. So go ahead and keep the emails and DMs coming. But anyway, I guess that is it for today. Are you ready to go?
Yep, if you are.
Okay. All right, guys. We will see you in August. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Hey, Spice.
Yeah, Queen.
You know how we love the Happy Planner because it's so customizable?
Of course. I freaking plan all day, girl.
Well, have you heard of these handbags that are customizable too?
Wait, you mean moose bags?
Yes, moose bags are made of lots of interchangeable parts so you can customize it to suit your event, style, or destination.
That's what I love about them. I can dress them up and make them fancy for date night. And because the moose shells are made of waterproof silicone, I can even take them to the beach and the pool. The very same bag.
I know, you can pack a picnic in them, throw in ice, and bring wine to a party. Seriously, there's never been a bag like this one before.
I love carrying mine because it is lightweight. I can put all my planners in it and not break my arm. It's the perfect planner bag.
It's the perfect everything bag.
Right now, you can go to moosebags.com and build your own custom bag and put in promo code HelloHappy and get 10% off.
That's right, but go now because it won't last forever.
All right, I'm off to shop.
I can't wait to see what you order. Make sure you tag it #moosebags on Instagram and you might get featured on their IG page. Happy shopping!